the name of this video was called, and this is after hours, so I feel comfortable playing the video because there's a lot of vulgar language in here. So be aware, be careful. She say a lot of B words. I didn't get a chance to finish the video, but I want to play this for y'all. Y'all like Hood on After Hours? All right, we gonna get there.
My own. The guidance was just not there. So, bitch, I'm out here just figuring out on my own since 15, figuring it out. As life goes, as my life went, bitch, I was figuring it the fuck out.
So while you was figuring it out, what you mean by that?
Why I was figuring it out? Because
at 15?
I don't know. My mom was, well, I do know. Her ass left and went back to Georgia. Her ass left and went back to Georgia and left me and my brother down here with my other sister. And bitch, she got 2 kids of her own. Bitch, my girl is living life. Bitch, I can't do shit with these 2 motherfuckers. So bitch, that led him to figure out.
How come women say bitch so many times? Why is that a thing? Like, is that like y'all love language? The way that y'all communicate with each other? To say bitch 100,000 times in the videos or when y'all talking to each other? Because there are regular women every day that talk like that. Like they just say B. Like, and that's just the way that they communicate with each other. But let me keep playing the video.
On his own. And that led me to figure out on my own. We both went down some dark paths, but his path was way darker than mine, friend. I ain't gonna speak on that because it ain't my business. But his shit just went, thank God. Ooh.
I think she's talking about her brother.
Anyways, but yeah, 15, sister got 2 kids. She can't really do too much because bitch, she got to take care of her household and her kids. So now what? I'm figuring it out. Now what? Older niggas got more than the little niggas that's my age, which I'm 15. What the fuck can this 15, 16-year-old boy do for me? Nothing. Bitch, I need school clothes, I need money, I need my hair done, I need this, I need that. So what you gonna resort to? What you know? And they was doing shit for me, and yeah.
And doing shit to her.
And they weren't just giving me the money just because I want to give it to you, but
they was molesting her.
I was giving it up willingly, but since I was underage, so that's molestation. I'm not gonna say it because I wanted to do it, but I knew
you did it out of necessity.
Yeah, I did it because that's what I felt like I needed to do to get to get to the shit that I needed. Because who the fuck else was doing it?
Right.
And mama, outside of mine. Daddy, outside of mine. Sister here, but bitch, she got her own shit going on, so therefore I'm finna figure it out, and this is the way that I figure it out.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So being that was where you came from, and that's what you went through, what you felt like you had to go through. Would you say that any of those things that happened to you haunts you, or you feel guilty about it, or you feel any kind of way?
Guilty? No, I don't feel guilty about shit that I done ever fucking did, and it don't hunt me to this day, because it's like, it is what it is. But I do think about the shit, and I be like, damn, I really was talking to this man that's like, such and such, all these 20 plus years older than me. Like,
that's sick, if you ask me. I think that's one of the sickest things. This is one of the hottest debatable topics that I regularly have on a regular basis. How many subscribers we got over here? Let me pivot for a minute because I want to come back to this. Let me pull up my YouTube channel real quick. We got over 590, over 600 people in here right now, and we just started streaming a little bit ago. So we just really pivoted. We've grown almost 2,000 subscribers in less than a couple weeks, in roughly a couple weeks because we started streaming New Year's Eve. Over 2,000 subscribers on this channel, 16.8 thousand subscribers as of the recording of this video. I want to pivot real quick. We're going to come back to this video because it's this is a sad video.
Like, what the fuck? It made me feel...
Or dirty.
Back then...
Or slutty.
I didn't give a fuck. It didn't make me feel nasty. It didn't make me feel slutty. It didn't make me feel like... Cause bitch, I was about my shit then. But years done passed and I done got older. I sit back and I done looked on them like, damn, like it made me feel less of a woman. It made me feel disgusting. I felt like, well, I didn't feel like I was degrading myself. But yeah, I just felt like, bitch, you did that.
Don't look at me. I didn't do it.
Yeah, that's how I felt. So yeah, it did make me feel that way. But back then, I didn't give a fuck about that shit.
So how? Okay,
I didn't
how would
care.
you say? Not to cut you out, but how?
Let's hold on for a second. Let's stop right there. And I just want to have this conversation real quickly with y'all, all right? And the reason why I want to have this conversation with y'all real quick is because this is a hotly debated conversation that kind of gets swept under the radar on a regular basis, honestly. And, bro, I'm going to just tell you, I've never in my entire life, not one time in my entire life, have I ever been interested in a younger chick. And when I say a younger chick, like I don't even find them attractive. They look like when I see a younger girl, I see my daughter. When I look at it, when I no, Tim, I just wanted to see nothing. I don't have no beef with nobody. I'm chilling. No, these are regular women. These is regular everyday women. This is real talk. Come on, y'all. Let's just be serious for 1 second. When I see younger girls, I see my daughter. My daughter is 15 years old. My daughter is so freaking innocent. She's literally in there playing video games, yelling back and forth, getting into competitions on Fortnite right now. I can't imagine a 15-year-old girl that's in high school busting it down for older dudes. And I'm telling you, it was normal. Back when we was in high school, there used to be grown men. And when I say grown men, I'm talking about grown men that used to come up to the high school and pull up in their cars, and they used to be trying to take our chicks. And I used to, even back then, I used to think it was weird. And girls used to brag about that junk in high school. I got me an older man. I got me a man with a car. And I was thinking to myself, and one time I said it to one of the girls, and I was like, well, what do you think he want with you? What you think you can do for him? It's wild. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. I'm telling you. Every last one of us has witnessed it in real life. Whether you was in high school and you seen it happen, whether you seen it happen in your family, you seen the dude that was talking to the chick that was too young. Every single one of us has seen this happen in real life in real time.
What would you say helped you through getting past those feelings that you had once you did sit and you reflected on the things that you did in the past? What helped you through that?
Life, and also having somebody in my corner that did not judge me for the shit that I have done over time, and talking to me and really breaking shit down to me. Like, I got a thick skull. Thick skull. So bitch, by that person just sitting down and breaking the shit down to me over time, not just all at one time, but over time, over months, over years, bitch, you done been talking to me, telling me shit. Something gonna motherfucking click. Y'all wanna know who that person is? She's sitting right.
Check this out. Anonymous Knowledge Seeker says, I had a girl I had a crush on was giving dome to an old man in the car, and this was in middle school. I remember it again. I tell this story all the time. It was one of the come to Jesus moments that I remember when a girl, man, I ain't even gonna say her name because I'm too big to say her name now. There's people to find that chick, but it was a chick that I was kicking it with, and I thought I was about to finesse that and bust that down. And she was my age. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have been no older than 14, 15 years old. She was around my age, and we was outside. Actually, I might have been a little bit younger than that. But anyways, we was out in front of in front of my crib, and I tell this story all the time. And we was sitting there, and we was leaning against the car, against whatever the car that was parked in front of the crib, and she was all in or whatever, and I was kind of getting a little too close to her, and the OG, he wasn't. I mean, I look at him as my OG now, but the OG, he was older than me, and he was like, and, we just call OGs guys that was older than us, that was a part of the game, that had seen more than us, right? But I used to hang with older guys that was my brother's age, that was 5, 6, and 7 years older than me. And my OG called me up there, and he was loud, like he wasn't trying to be quiet or nothing like that. He was like, "Hey man, what's going on, bro?" And I was like, "What you mean?" I'm like, "Yo, it's what's up." He's like, "Man, I know you're not about to kiss her." And I was like, "What you mean?" And he was like, "I know you're not about to kiss her, right?" And I'm like, "Oh, I guess not. I didn't know I was about to kiss her or whatever." He was like, "Man, come on, man. Listen, you ain't got to do all of that, bro." And I was like, "What you mean?" He was like, "Watch this." He walked up to her. God is my witness. He walked up to her right in front of me, grabbed her hand, took her in the crib, bust her down. No words. No words. He was just like, "Hey." He just reached his hand out. She grabbed his hand. She walked in the crib. He bust her down. Man, I'm telling you, I couldn't have been no older than 14, 13, 14, 15 years old. Now, I had already been with chicks since I was like 11, 12 years old, right? But still, like, just watching that, witnessing that shit, and I was like, what the fuck? And I don't know if it was just that, like, looking back on it today, if she just yielded to his authority or what the fuck, or if he had already busted her down before or whatever, or why she was so giddy and so down to do whatever with me, even though he was up there, if she had already did any. Yo, in hindsight, that shit was wild. At the time, my mind was fucking blown, but it was a reality check. It was a reality check, and I realized at that time, during that time, two things. A, them young chicks was fucking. Young girls back then was fucking. That's a fact, though. That's number one. Number two, I never underestimated the nature of a woman since that day. I never underestimated the nature of a woman from that day forward. Ever. Ever in my life. My red pill moment snapped immediately. Thank God I did not kiss that chick. Thank God I didn't fall in love with that chick. Thank God as a young guy I had people that showed me the ropes and showed me the game at a very early age as far as understanding. We didn't have social media back then. So if you ain't have older brothers and if you ain't have OGs and all of that, and a lot of these guys that grew up by a single mother and they was raised with their mother and their aunties, and they crashed the fuck out, or they went out there and they loved on a woman that had been getting loved on by everybody and getting the train ran on them. Man, back when I was coming up, bustos was a normal thing. Y'all know what bustos are? I'll tell you about it in a minute.
Right next to me.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
I didn't ask her that question because I thought she was gonna say that. I didn't know what she was gonna say. I just asked her that question. I asked her that because we've been through, just like a lot of other people in the world, we've been through so much shit, and when you don't have any guidance, especially not just women, just men too, because I think men be more fucked up than women. Y'all don't like to admit it, but y'all do. But when you don't have no guidance, you end up going through all this stuff in life.
I feel like if you would have had the guidance there, then you could have skipped that shit. Skipped past all that bullshit. Because you would have known. You would have knew better.
So that's why I asked her that.
So I knew. It's not that I did not know that the shit was wrong, but what else solution you have besides?
And it wasn't even her fault. This is a chick. You know who fault it was? It was her mama fault. It was her mama fault. No parents, no father, single baby mama, left all of the kids up there, went down to a whole nother state chasing a man. And so then she started doing what she had to do to get what she wanted. I don't blame her. As a 15-year-old her, I don't blame her. Now, what we will do is hold her accountable if the behaviors that she's exhibiting today, now that she knows better, because you can't keep leaning on that as an excuse to why you're not going to be a better adult, right? You got to do better. But I don't blame these type of chicks that's 13, 14, 15 years old that ain't had no fucking father, that mother went and had sex and had kids with a dude, and then, you know what I'm saying, left their kids to go chase another man, and now she out here trying to fend for herself, and now she's seeking love, as a father figure from a man that never had any relevance in her life. I don't blame her for this, right? Being objective, this is straight up trauma that's being passed down from generation to generation to generation. And now she's referring to her homegirl or whoever it is that she's, talking to on this live stream as bitch. Every other word, yes, bitch. And it's like, that's not a term of endearment. That's a female dog in heat, and that's been taught to you. The verbiage that you're using to have a conversation is literally been taught to you, and you're embracing it. And I don't blame them. Bustos was a normal thing when we was growing up. You know what a busto is? Now, let me preface this conversation that I've never, ever ran bustos. But for those of y'all don't know, in Detroit, growing up in the 90s, I'm an 80s baby, so I grew up in Detroit in the 90s. It was normal for us to see and know and refer to a chick that was busting down everybody as a busto. See, y'all call them bust downs now, and a bust down is just a chick that's promiscuous in a general sense. But a busto in Detroit was basically a chick that was being ran by everybody. And when I say everybody, I'm talking about everybody within the same day. Like, okay, one dude, you know what I'm saying, bust her down, and then he was talking to her like, hey, why don't you let my homeboy hit? And at first she like, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. And then he like, come on, what's happening? I see, I unmuted myself that time. But a busto in a general sense was like, she gonna let the whole crew hit. Think about it like this, man. When we was coming up in the 90s, we had Snoop, we had Corrupt, E40 and them, Too Short, all of them, right? And the way that they described it was very much just like in real life. It was a song, I think it was on the Dog Food album. Dope beats, produced by Daz. Snoop was on there. And the lyrics was like, and if you fuck, and if that nigga Daz fuck, and if Snoop fuck, then we all gonna fuck. Tick, tock, top, tick. Look at these hoes all over my dick. Tick, tock, tock, tick. Hoes be talking shit, but steady gobbling dick. Man, I know I seen that bitch at the party, man. I like that one. I bet she could eat a fat one. You better fuck that bitch. Like, that's how vulgar the songs was. And I would play it, but, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, get the video all messed up and fucked up and all of this stuff, especially during the stream. But that's the song. That's the lyrics to the song. That is normal. Y'all ever heard Too Short Cocktails? That's all we used to play. Pimp music. Too Short. Snoop. Do or Die. P-O-M-P. What did he say? P-I-M-P. Ology, but logically, be learning these hoes biology. Logically, well. D-I. Do you want to ride in the backseat of the caddy? Would top it off with Do or Die. Double up low PM. Find how with the wall with a C him, with a C him. Look at it. Lean to the back so I can see who peeping this pole pimp. Lean to the left with a slow limp. Like, all that junk was all programming into us. That's all we knew every single day was programming. Look at the woman as this. Don't trust her. Put her on a strip. She for everybody. You know what I'm saying? If your homie can bust her down, then she all of ours. She for the streets. We ain't gonna trip on the homie. All he did was show you who she really was. That's what the programming was. Every single 8-Ball and MJG, Space Age, right? Mr. Mike, Tila, Show Enough. What do you think all of that was? Tila, I'm so tired of balling, cause there's too many bitches on my dick. Who motivates a bitch to suck a dick? She and me. Mo pad ass to the crib like a spree. It started off with me and T Draper. Fuck a caper. Cause we already got paper gator. Big block Versace, all that shit. Being tired, we's a motherfucking sons of a bitch. You could be who you wanna. Ask the wanna, that's my mama. She tell you it ain't no other to compare with a nigga in my state of mind. Cause I twist your ass up, quick stop and rewind. No time for some. Man, that is exactly what we used to listen to on a regular. 8 Ball and MJG, Tila, Mr. Mike, Too Short, E40, Hall of Game. Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man. Big timer, big timer. Folded water. Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man. Be legit. Sugar T. Soldier Slim. Then you start getting down to the true. Master P and them, true. Silk the Shocker. C Murder. All of that. That's all we listen to all day long. Then we started seeing Nelly swipe the back of that chick's butt on BET Uncut. We said, what the fuck? This is it's worldwide. The game is worldwide now. Sugar free. Absolutely. The game was worldwide. Devin the Dude. Dr. Dre. I'm telling you, bro. This was not like when you see this now, it's like, damn. It's messed up out here in these streets. It ain't no fun if the homie can't have none. Guess who's back in the motherfucking house with a fat dick in your motherfucking mouth? Hoes recognize and niggas do too. What you gonna do? You really don't know. So I'd advise you not to trust that hoe. Silly of me to fall in love with a bitch. Don't sit here and hold us accountable while you still praising these motherfuckers. Don't sit here and hold us accountable while you still praising them. Who hurt you? What are you talking about? This is the culture. This is normal. It's normal for this chick to be sitting out there on the streets, on the strip, getting picked up. Because every nigga in high school, remember niggas in high school coming to pick up your chick out here in the streets. That was normal. This is nothing new. Remember y'all fought against having parental advisory on the front of the CD with the 2 Laugh Crew? Remember that? Remember everybody was going to Freaknik and it was cool?
How's that?
I think that, personal opinion, but I think that it was such a normal thing.
It was.
It was such a normal, and people like to sit here trying to act like that shit wasn't. It was normal before my time. My mama was pregnant at 14, and her mama probably was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So it was going on long before.
And they been fucking with older niggas.
Yeah, long before that. I mean, when the guys that we talk to, they 30,
40,
33 and 30.
40,
no,
30,
I'm talking about now. I'm talking about now.
That's crazy.
Late,
30. My
late
guy
20s?
is 33 and he's
Late
28, 29, something like that, early 30s. And we roughly all around the same age. And they even said it when they was in high school. The girls they couldn't even get the high school bitches because the bitches was getting picked up by the older niggas.
This is normal. This is abso-fucking-lutely normal. Y'all keep holding all of these white women accountable for getting bust, these white teachers for getting bust now. When we gonna start having a conversation about how many of you niggas was picking up chicks in high school when you wasn't in high school no more? Nigga, you was 30 years old still pulling up to the high school knowing what time they get out. Hey fam, it's 3 o'clock. We about to ride past this school. Nigga, what the fuck you talking about? Nigga, you ain't got nothing better to do? You about to go past the high school? You about to ride past the bus stop, see who looking at your car? Because you got some rims on it? Nigga, you need to be arrested. Arrested.
In the cars.
Yeah.
So how you gonna compete? You can't compete with that. So this is not something that just started. This is something that's been going on. It's more frowned upon now
because it's more publicized.
Yeah, but it was so normal to us back then to where it was
still
like
normal.
It was just
I wonder how normal it is right now though.
The way of life. And then not only that, we was groomed to be. We made a video about it. It was a very short little clip, but modern prostitution. And people like to try to frown upon or try to make it seem like it's not happening, but yes, it did. So for the people that was out there and live a certain particular life and you overcame a lot of that shit, kudos to you. And bitch, yes, you deserve a fucking cookie.
Bitch, you deserve your flowers.
Yes, because it's hard. It's very fucking hard to go from something that you knew and that you're familiar with to a whole different train of thought. And the hardest.
Which is why I say, she's telling you why I say body count matters. Why I say body count matters. This is exactly why I say body count matters. Because she's telling you it's very difficult for you to go from what you've been programmed to do and see and the things that you've been exposed to over into this different mindset just like that. So you telling me you could just automatically find yourself a new man, go to a new city, rebrand yourself, and now you're a wife all of a sudden? You can't, because you can't unsee all of the trauma that came along with whatever your life was like. Real talk. She just told you. Let me rewind it for you really quickly.
Because yes, because it's hard. It's very fucking hard to go from something that you knew and that you're familiar with to a whole different train of thought. And the hardest thing for you to change is your mind.
Yeah.
And we've been working on that.
Your mind can't change unless you want it to.
For so fucking long. We've been working on that shit for so long. So that's why I was I
don't prove myself to niggas like you, Nassim Ali. We just ban you corny ass niggas. Cause I know you type of niggas. You the type of niggas that see, any real dude is not out here trying to figure out whether another dude was that dude. Real talk. Any real dude is not trying to figure out whether another dude was that dude. They trying to figure out how they could connect with a dude to get some money, to get some hoes, to, you know what I'm saying, get some connections, network effectively. Look, I know a snake nigga when I see one inside of the chat. You can't hide it. They so obsessed with you. And this is the shit that I was just talking about when I was just describing and I was showing y'all some of the hate videos and the hate comments. Look. I'm city to city, state to state. I can spot a snake nigga immediately when I run into him. You don't evolve into being that dude. You don't evolve into being able to talk the game. You don't evolve in order to be able to be more comfortable around women. Nigga, either you got it or you don't. And very few of you niggas can actually stand in front of me when we in person, but all of you niggas shake my hand and try to give me dap and tell me how much you love me and how long you've been following my content and how you fuck with my videos. We so sick of you niggas acting tough. I ran into a nigga in New York and he said, yo, man, listen, I know I be trolling in the chat, but I really love you. Nigga, if you a fan, just say you a fan. You got to subscribe just to talk that shit. No real nigga is subscribing to another nigga channel that he don't like just to be able to ask a nigga if he was really that dude. I ain't about to sit here and prove to you, nigga. You want me to give you a count of how many women that I've been with? No, because real niggas don't even talk that type of shit. We just tell you our experiences so you can learn from it. Hey, man, I'm really a troll on your channel, but you know I was really rocking with you in real life. My nigga, so you up at 11:38 p.m. with no pussy, ain't a chick in sight, probably just got done jacking your dick, nigga, and you in here subscribe to the channel so you can get a comment off so I can recognize you. What the fuck is you? What do you want, nigga? It's 11:38 p.m. Eastern. You ain't got shit better to do? Do you see me over in niggas' chats that I don't care about? Never. You have never seen me typing hard in a nigga chat. Subscribe to his channel so that I can type hard in a nigga chat that I don't give a fuck about. That's how corny you niggas are. I've never met one of you niggas in real life. I pull up to y'all city and y'all be on handshake mode. I seen a nigga say, yeah, man, I went to one of Anton's meetups and the nigga didn't buy me a drink. You want another grown man to buy you a drink, nigga? Nigga, you a fan in real life. Nigga, you a fan. You one of my new subscribers. You a fan, my nigga. Nigga, you go chat to chat trying to talk and get niggas' attention, trying to gather up a crew, nigga, so they can not like me. Nigga, that's fan behavior. Nigga, you a stan. You more than a fan. You a stan, nigga. You want me to adopt you, give you the game. You niggas be trying to get my attention so you can get a coaching call. Nigga, send an email. If you got a problem, nigga, or you want a coaching call, email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com. Nigga, we gonna get you scheduled just like everybody else. You wait your turn, nigga. Stop trying to get a free coaching call. I'm not gonna pull you up here. I'm not gonna try to coach you up, nigga. I'm not gonna fix your relationship, and I damn sure can't fix your fucked up finances, nigga. Get a coaching call like everybody else. Stop trying to get my attention, nigga. You a grown man. It's 11:40 p.m. Nigga, either get with the program and enjoy the show like everybody else, or shut the fuck up and go to sleep so you can get up and make my fries in the morning, nigga. Because I will be there at lunchtime and I want my shit hot. I keep telling you niggas that. Let's get back to the regularly scheduled program. You niggas is interrupting.
I asked her those questions because y'all always say y'all don't really know us personally, but we be having so much to say. And we can speak from a lot of experience being that we are so young. And it sucks. That shit fucking sucks. To be able to talk about this stuff and understand the things that we understand at the age that we are.
Cause like really, the
It's
average 25. A guy told me this. He was like, he got a daughter the same age as me, and his daughter got a
This ain't the Millionaire Morning Show. We do things a little bit differently on after hours.
got a mind of a fucking 15-year-old, 16, 17. Her mind is like her age. A fucking child. So him
At
talking
25?
to me at 25, like she's still like do childish shit, like
make childish decisions.
Right.
She living in her age.
She living in her age. So he was like talking to me. It was like he thought I was older than what I was.
No, he
And
didn't.
I'm like,
No, he didn't. Listen, let's put that to rest right now. Let's put that to rest right now. We don't think you older than what you are. Why do we sit here lying and keep talking about, man, listen, she more mature for her age. When Aaliyah never even wrote that fucking song, that age ain't nothing but a number. That song is a pedo song. Aaliyah never wrote age ain't nothing but a number. That was written by a nigga that was trying to get in her pants and she wasn't old enough at the time to do so. That's a grooming song, nigga. Stop sitting here saying, oh man, she mature for her age. No, nigga, that's a fucking child. She talk like a child. She say bitch every word. Every time she go to brunch, she says, hey, hey. They keep carding her every time she go to the casino. Why they keep carding her, but you can't recognize that this chick is underage? Oh, you mature. You a man. What the look, bro? As a 41-year-old man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. As a 41-year-old man, I'm gonna be honest. Either that's just game that he running on you, baby girl, which you shouldn't even have to run no game on no child, nigga. That's a child. That's A. Or Jesus, y'all niggas is wild. Either that's game that he running on you, baby girl. Gosh. Honestly, I just think that you niggas is weird, bro. Y'all niggas, I'm never gonna come up off that. Dudes that want to talk to children is weird to me. If you trying to figure out when she gonna become legal, that's weird, bro. As a 41-year-old man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A chick that's 21 can't do nothing for me. She can't even have a conversation. I can't bring her around some of my colleagues without them sitting there like, yo, Anton, so you robbing the cradle, huh? Anton over there, Rob. I can't. What I'm gonna do? Bring you around so you can talk to my colleagues? So all of the wives be looking at me funny and trying to question their husbands as to why they still doing business with me? Mr. Lone Star said my cousin's daddy was a street dude talking to a girl that I was trying to talk to in high school. He had a geo tracker with them Daytons on it and dope money. Come on, man. I don't want to talk to no chick that's 21 years old. As legal as she is. I don't want to talk to a man. I'm old enough to be her daddy. I don't want to talk to her. What we gonna talk about? Man, look, I'm seeing a lot of it. It's a trend that's happening right now. It's a trend that's happening right now. And the trend is younger women putting they older man on TikTok and he on there doing the dance with them and the caption to say something like, you know, when we both when he's younger than he seems or some shit. And it'd be this old fucking man with an all gray beard, and he'll have a bald head, and a lot of times he'll be in shape or, whatever, so on and so forth. And they be in swim gear or some shit, and they be doing some kind of TikTok challenge together. Man, I don't want to do a TikTok challenge with you. I don't even want to do a TikTok challenge with my daughter. My daughter don't even want to do a TikTok challenge. She's like, Dad, that's kind of corny. I don't want you doing no TikTok challenge. Talking to older bae, and they go over there. Man, get the fuck off my screen, bro. I was looking at that like, oh, this nigga's so corny. This nigga doing a TikTok challenge with a 20-year-old, fam. I just got a different way that I look at it. I'm sorry.